All right, so you guys know we need some staff accommodations, some staff housing. So what we did is we bought 14 prefabbed houses out of Alberta, and we got to figure out a way to get them to Golden. So we're going to use the Ram 5500 here. We're going to be loading them up, and we're going to be hauling these things through the Rocky Mountains. We are here with Premier Portable Buildings in Rimbey. We've just finished the design, and these buildings are going to be largely cookie cutter, but we did let all of our employees pick their own siding colors, trim colors, and roof colors. But we got them all spec'd out. We got them all built. 2 are already ready in the yard that we can pick up. And what? Over the next few weeks, the rest should be built, but paperwork is signed. We're ready to start building some Westinghouses.
I'm Jack Schellenberg. I'm manager of the Premier Portable Buildings shop here in Rimbey, where we build portable buildings. I'll take you a little tour of the shop.
This is cool, guys. This is mass production of cabins, in a way.
So this is our first bay here, is where we build all our trusses. We have pneumatic truss saws here, and built a load of doors today. So here's our first building bay. Shed's just about ready to pull out. Each guy builds his own shed, roughly 1 shed a day.
So what we got here is over there, you pre-build all the parts, the trusses, the doors, cut to length.
Yep.
You then bring these parts into where each guy builds it, and then in 1 day, a person can build a whole shed, depending on the size.
That's right. Just starting a fresh building right here. Last year we built just over 900 buildings in the year.
Jeez, it's like 3 per day.
Yeah, 4 per day. The second last step of the journey for a shed. Fit 5 or 6 buildings in here, and that's how many he paints in 1 day. 5 or 6 buildings, as many buildings as we build in a day is what fits in the paint bay, and he paints them all in 1 day. Edison Motors ordered their buildings with spray foam floors, which is, we're doing a 2-inch thick closed cell spray foam, which gives you an R15 insulation value in the floor, which is awesome when you're heating the building. We offer 15 different colors of siding, all LP SmartSide, and also 15 different roof colors. Trim colors can match or contrast. Customer can specify on the order what they want.
Which is cool, because we were able to talk to all of our engineers, mechanics, everyone that's going to be living these things, and they're able to pick out all of their own, so everyone's getting their own unique color.
Exactly. So we have a tab on our website called the Premier Designer, and they can go and design their own shed on the website. It gets forwarded to me, and I'll get you a price.
It was pretty cool, and the price was pretty reasonable too. So it was about $15,000 plus tax for our buildings. That's about what it was, right?
Yeah, somewhere there. It might be 15, 16, somewhere in there.
16, yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah. But like pretty reasonable. I know we played around with our numbers. We were moving it. We were going to do 14, then we realized we needed a second pilot car, so we had to shrink it down, and we've been playing around, but the price is really reasonable, and I guess you're able to do that just because you got this assembly production line.
Exactly, yep.
Cool.
So this is the tin bay where we put the roof on the building. Sean puts all our metal on every building right in here. We pull it in. He can work on scaffolds both sides, and that's the final step in the journey.
We got this fancy new trailer here to go along moving the shacks, because believe it or not, we need to move a lot of things. A bunch of containers, a bunch of these shacks, our truck chassis, all of our equipment. We just needed something like proper as a gooseneck. What's really cool about this trailer though, is that it's a tilt deck. So this trailer actually lifts up, and it's got a 20,000 pound winch on the front. So if we got to move like a truck or anything, we can tilt the deck, lift it up, it goes back down. So today's the first day with it. We're gonna try it out. This is my first time lifting this deck. So let's see how it goes and if we can get this house loaded onto her. This trailer here's got 2 16,000 pound axles. So with the weight of this and the trailer, I can put about 24,000 pounds on the deck. This is the 20,000 pound winch that's electrically controlled on the front of the trailer. This way we can load up vehicles or shacks. Things that can't drive under the trailer with their own power. That should do it. We were worried about the bumper, the light bar hitting, but looks like it's on a spring, so as we tilt down, it should just fold up and then spring back out. Yeah. Look at this. I'm creeping the pickup back. So what I'm doing is I'm winching under the back while lifting the trailer. So with these controls, I'm able to drive the truck back, and the truck is now rolling under the shack. Basically, you just put the truck in neutral like a winch tractor here. Don't judge me too much on this first one. I know I got to get a D sign on the headache rack, but we just got it, so we'll have to run with that. We are now loaded, and it's time to head out back to Golden with this thing.
So what I'm doing here is I'm meeting Chase at the British Columbia-Alberta border, and I got to run pilot truck. For those of you that don't know, pilot truck is like a rolling, flashing light, wide load sign that warns vehicles that a wide load's coming. And the reason that we have to do that here is in Alberta, there's different regulations than there are in BC. So on the BC side, at a certain width, you have to have a pilot truck. In Alberta, we didn't. So I'm meeting Chase here at the border, and I'm gonna give him a pilot. Couple things about pilot truck is if you have a 2-lane road, the pilot has to be behind. But if it's a single lane road, the pilot has to be in front. So when we hit a dual lane, I gotta get behind Chase. When we hit a single lane, I gotta get in front. So he won't be too far behind me, and I'll get the sign set up and we'll give her a go from the BC border to Golden. I got my sign all set up, hard to tell in the light, but those are flashing. I have to give a big shout out to DJ Price from OilField, who once again helped us out. He does wide loads all the time, heavy loads. He has his own pilot trucks, and he had an extra spare pilot sign for us. So he lent it to us just so we could move these shacks. So thank you, DJ. And as I'm saying this, Chase just pulled in. Chase is right there, and we're gonna hit the road.
We're at, as you can see, Richie Brothers in Nisku, Alberta, and we're grabbing Chase's 336 excavator. We're gonna take this from Nisku all over Golden, along with the shack, a rock truck, and some other good stuff. See if I still got her.
Morning. We made her. We loaded this bad boy up. We got the Doghouse and the 336 excavator down in Nisku at Richie Brothers, and hauled her up here to Golden, or I guess Donald, I guess it is, last night. Got here at like 1:30, 2 in the morning. Had to call Thayer right after he took a sleeping pill, so I bet he was real happy about that, getting a wake-up call when that starts to kick in. But we got here, made her one piece, so we'll get these bad boys unloaded so they can start moving some dirt, get that factory built, get some material pushed around, get her leveled out.
Test track,
factory. I guess your little lots for your little community houses that are showing up. Okay, so we picked this up at Richie Brothers in Nisku, and for those that don't know what Richie's is it's just an auction website pretty much around the world. You can buy anything you want. You can go to Japan, and I'm pretty sure they got Richie Brothers there. But the nice thing with buying stuff at Richie's is you can get it for usually a pretty good deal at the auction. You can use it for your whole project, no rent fees, no rental bills, no nothing. When you're done with it, at the end of the project, you can sell it, you can keep it, you can do whatever you want with it. But usually depending on how long the job is, you could have paid for the machine by the time you're done with pretty much how much you're paying for rent. Because I imagine this ain't cheap. I don't know what a rental bill on a cat is these days, but probably just better paying it outright, call her good, and then use her and abuse her till you're done. So with the Jeep, they're nice because you can handle more weight, do your thing with that. But as you can see, the trailer's hooked up to the Jeep. So all your traction, all your drive weight, all the good stuff a guy needs is all sitting right here. Like you could be 20,000 pounds in your Jeep and you can't transfer that over to your truck. Like just doesn't work that way. So in the oil field, like what we do lots,
is you use your Jeep for your 75% road bans or whatever you got to do there on the highway, where the government's watching. As soon as you hit the off-road, you kick your Jeep off, you lose that, 20 feet of trailer, and you gain all the weight that you would have had here. You put that on your truck. You put it directly on the tractor instead of your Jeep, giving you nothing but traction. Like when we're rig moving, doing our thing, we'll pull our 40-wheeler, and you'll always kick your Jeep off to get in the bush, and then you'll load your pump, your tank, whatever, something heavy, crazy. You load down your trailer, suck it right up, get you through the bush with nothing but traction. Then once you get to the highway, you shake it back, you put your Jeep back on, make it look legal, hit the road, and away you go. Okay, so this trailer setup's called a trombone. As you can see, you got a center rail that slides way out so you can extend your trailer, so when you got a longer building, you're not hanging 20 feet out the back of the trailer, right? So now, to unload this, we're gonna do our center pins here, unlock our trombone, and then the brother-in-law, he's gonna kind of compress this in a bit, and he'll push the building off the back of the trailer as it comes in to 20 feet here, and he'll make it easier to kick it off after it's all said and done. Okay, so now it's all slid in. Put our deck pins back in, and that's that right there. You can see it coming through. Now we're locked up. Now we lift our roll it ahead 10 feet. So the roll here, these are your center rolls. You give that air, it'll lift up your, they'll build up to like 100 pounds of air. It'll pretty much lift whatever you need. So whenever you're shaking loads, I don't know how I forgot, you always dump your air ride. Always, always, always. You start bouncing, you'll blow a bag up, you dump your air and it'll put a lean on that trailer. It'll make it a little easier for it all to roll back. Now we'll see how it all goes. So yeah, we're gonna take it to pretty much where it wants to teeter, and you can tell how far your shack's gonna be out the back. And then when you spot it, you have a better idea where it's gonna sit. Because we backed right up and shook it, we'd be way into the bush there. So he rolls ahead, we just be nice and easy until it tips and wants to kind of come off, and it'll come back nice and easy. We'll set it down, and she'll roll out right from underneath. There we go. Now touch, and we'll back it up a little bit. Now this here is pretty much your typical oil field kind of setup. I'll bring her back to the roll, let him know he's got about a foot. A little safety lesson, you never want to stand. I don't know if all you guys work winch trucks, but never stand right there. If that ever wanted to snap, it'd come karate chop you with 100,000 pounds, and guys say it'll cut you clean in half, and I don't want to figure that out. All right, Ivan, come grab your sling. Back them up a little bit. There we go.
I'm Spencer Bautz. I'm the owner of Hardwork Industries. I'm an investor with Edison, and I believe in their project. So we brought out a couple pieces of equipment, dozer, excavator, and we're gonna help develop Donald. Some of the major projects we're gonna be doing is a access road across the north end of the land, a 3 to 4 kilometer test track. We're also gonna do their shop pad and where they're gonna live. So there's gonna be a lot of dirt work going on. A couple of days ago, Joel brought his big truck out and his step deck, and they hauled the Doghouse out for me to live in, so let's go have a peek at it. When I was looking for equipment at Richie Brothers, I stumbled across this driller's cabin in Edmonton, and I had to have it. It's built by ITB in Coaldale, Alberta a couple of years ago for Raptor services. I'm not sure if it ever got used, but yeah, this is where the driller operator would sit in his fancy chair and run the drill and direct his crew. So it's pretty cool how they got all these big windows, picture windows, and perfect place to set up our office and have a couch, hang out in the evenings. And yeah, it's a really well-produced building. And I'm excited to live in it. We'll be here for a year or two, so we may as well have a nice place to stay. Take advantage of the view in Donald. Thanks Troy OilField for hauling this out for me. They have a really good crew and a really good couple pieces of equipment.
So after we loaded the trailer, they took the lifting mount, which we hooked our winch into. So we put a chain there because as this tips, we don't want it to screw off out the back. It's our little safety. We got power lines to watch for.
Going, it's gonna come nicely off the ground.
All right, that is the office structure delivered on the property now. So just did 400 or 500 kilometers. We thought, because it's the office, we'll put it right next to the shop. So behind us over there is where we're building the next shop. So from my office, be able to walk, talk to the guys in the shop. We'll put the engineering office somewhere around here and we'll be able to see the new build going on. So all successful day.